Ever wonder how that lovely liquid called almond milk gets from farm to store? Hi, this is Helen Geeker, and today I'm going to take you through life on an almond dairy farm. It's up at the crack of 10 for our almonds. Our almond dairy farmers go around and nudge each individual almond to get them up and moving for the day. Almonds have precisely 1 hour to prepare for the first milking, which takes place promptly at 11 a.m. Almonds are milked twice per day. An almond will give approximately 0.054 grams of almond milk per milking. Average productive lifespan of an almond is 463 days. Thus, over an almond's lifespan, it will give, on average, 50.93 grams of almond milk. Due to the recent increase in demand for chocolate almond milk, we have added some chocolate-covered almonds to the herd. We find that the almonds all seem to mingle well, that there's no segregation between the light brown almonds and the dark brown almonds, so that's good. We've considered adding additional flavors of almond milk as well. This is all pending our ability to acquire the necessary infrastructure, of course. One change we have recently made is incorporating pine needle extract into our almonds' diets. We've found that this gives the almond milk its ever so popular, characteristic, nutty flavor. Some people claim that you can't extract a liquid substance from a solid, that almond milk is made in an entirely different manner. But I'm telling you, it all comes down to how you squeeze the almond. We milk all of our almonds by hand. This establishes a bond. It builds trust and love. One must be careful when milking the almonds because the teats are very, very small. I've heard how people think almond milk is actually made. Absolutely not. Not here. We don't stand for that. I've also heard people say that they've stood outside of an almond dairy farm and heard the cries and moans of the almonds being brutally tortured inside. How do we know that our almonds are secure and content? Well, nothing. We believe that almonds should have the opportunity to live out their dreams. Young almonds are sent to school. Some aspire to be a teacher, some an astronaut. We don't prevent them from living these dreams. However, we do find a high rate of return to the almond dairy farm. Why? Almonds know that here they will be treated with the utmost care and respect. Our almonds graze only the highest quality pastures. They're exercised daily. When an almond falls sick, it's treated with the very best of care. Sick almonds' temperatures are taken 3 times per day. The only issue is that a well almond and a sick almond and dead almond all have the same temperature. But we do it anyway because it's the right thing to do. We believe that almonds should have the opportunity to live out their individual romantic desires. Some almond dairy farmers select their almonds for certain genetic traits and remove those nuts from the herd with less than ideal characteristics. Not here. We leave our almonds fully intact. After all, it's called an almond, not a half-mond or a part-mond or, you know. Because we don't select for particular traits, we do have a somewhat higher incidence of dystocia compared with other almond dairy farmers. However, we have high-quality professionals on hand to perform any needed operations at a moment's notice. We have a very low premature death rate among our almonds. However, when an almond has reached the end of its natural lifespan, we send it off with the greatest respect. We dig a hole and place the almond in the hole. We then bury it under a mound. It's commonly held almond belief that with time the almond and the mound become one. This is a sign that an individual has attained true almond joy. Some people think that almonds aren't all that impressive. They're just nuts. I've heard these cow dairy farmers talk about how it's the cows that inspire them to work long, hard hours day after day, something about their personality and their character. What could possibly have more personality than almond? Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to take a look at what life looks like on an almond dairy farm. This is Helen Gieper, reminding you to drink milk. Real milk. Almond milk. Almond milk. And don't forget, it all comes down to how you squeeze